Is your name Joseph King? Because you must be joking. Hi, I'm Tanic Sims 2, but you can call me Tanny, and we have just 2 days left in round 9 with the Pleasant family. So if you remember in the last part, it was Susie's, well, it was basically everyone except Eve's birthday, but it was Susie's birthday yesterday, Sunday, day 5. And since she is a tinkering sim, we got her a train table. Except there wasn't really much space to put it anywhere, but today, while the kids have gone to school, the builders have come in and removed one of the bathrooms. In order to make space for Susie's new train table. It's Eve's day off from work, so I just imagine she let the builders in, and even though this is my first time playing with the train table, I'm pretty sure they are a fire risk, so I put a smoke alarm in as well because, I don't know, I quite like my Sims and I'd rather they didn't die. So yeah, today is Susie's first day at secondary school or high school, and it's also Mark and Mary's first day at school, so they're both out. The table still doesn't look quite right, but it's really the best place that I've found for it. I was also thinking if it wouldn't fit there. We're going grocery shopping. But as I was trying to say, and I was thinking if it still didn't fit in this corner, in this area, then I could make a shed outside. But it seems to fit there okay, and Sims can get around it. So it's not like a rooting disaster. Okay, so I know you can order like home delivery for groceries via the phone or the hacked computer. But I like to send my Sims to grocery shop depending on their personality. So Eve is really outgoing. She should be, at least. Yeah, so she's really outgoing and she's a popularity sim. I feel like she'd be more the type to go out and get the groceries. I don't know, that's just kind of one of my arbitrary rules that I play by. But I also wanted to buy some magazines for interest. I think it might be this one to keep up interest in animals. And get the lowdown on the latest toys, so the toys interest, wildest creatures, probably animals, and coolest school projects for the school interest. Because I want to I want to keep Susie interested in animals, because not many of my Sims are, especially not as adults. I just really want to keep like fostering that in her. Eve's ex-husband Morty is here, and her sister as well, Angela. I don't know, do we talk to him? I mean, it's not like they have any animosity, right? Yeah, she's instantly like gone over to flirt with him. They're definitely on good terms now. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Morty, you've already had an affair once. I'm guessing Angela just got the want to meet someone new fulfilled. I don't know, that's really interesting for me because Onyx is her niece. She's Lilith's daughter, but Lilith cut Angela out. Also, that's really embarrassing. They're wearing the same shirt, Andrea and Eve. One of you's gonna have to burn your clothes. So I know sending a sim to the grocery store isn't that interesting. It's not very exciting. It's very slice of life kind of stuff. But I did want to include it because I figured it would give an insight into how I personally take Sims' personalities. Why is she running around? She's so excited to be talking to her second cousin. They share great grandparents, so they're second cousins, and the extended family mod will cover that, so they can't do anything funny there, thankfully. You know, they can just have a really close relationship. They have a lot in common with their hobby, and I think they're both quite shy. So that would be cool. I'd really like to foster that relationship, even if it won't be romantic. Wow, that was a really... She just speed ran that conversation. It's hard to recognise Mary behind all of the makeup and costuming, but Mary shines as the star of her school play Cinderella. Proud family and friends send congratulations. Mary is now 215 simoleons richer. I can put that in her bank account, or at least I can put 200 simoleons in her bank account. Let's say she spent the 15 simoleons on, I don't know, what do kids buy? V-Bucks? I don't know, like sweets, candy, a drink, I don't know. Seriously, you just saw her at the grocery store. Didn't you feel like you could have told her whatever you needed to tell her then, or what? Really? Should we do that? I mean, if she wants it, then. So I actually forgot to check this, and I swear on Canute Fruiter's life, I have not seen this yet. But Susie should have a lifetime want now, so become education minister. I really like that. So she wants to be a teacher. I can definitely see her teaching, what's the subject called? You know, like when you make stuff? Design and technology, D&T. Yes, she could be a D&T teacher. I had to Google what that subject was called. It's been a long time since I was in school. My brain repressed, pushed out everything I ever learned in school and replaced it with information about N005 underscore user 00018 Viola and the spectres. My brain said it wasn't big enough for functional. Actually useful information and knowledge about an almost 20-year-old computer game. What? What is going on in here? Okay, first of all, when did Lisa Ramirez even get in here? I didn't let her in. And second of all, why is she hanging out with Mary? I'm thinking Lisa might be here because Mark brought Selena Shu home from school, and Selena is Tessa Ramirez's daughter, so Lisa's granddaughter, and I guess she's here because of the whole curfew thing. Even then, it's only like 8 p.m. It's not late. And I swear she was here, like, when did I notice her? Like 7-ish? It's like, sure, please, make yourself at home, I guess. So with Eve, I can see her being so involved in her children's lives, like so supportive about whatever they want to do. Like, she doesn't know anything about trains, for example, but she knows that they make her daughter Susie happy, and she would be willing to listen to whatever Susie has to say about trains, even if she spends like hours just rambling about trains. And it's probably the same for, oh no, I'm having the fridge glitch. Technical difficulties, be back in a sec. Fixed it. Like I said, I'm basically Will Wright himself. Anyway, yeah, I can see her just, oh, she just kind of okay, I'm gonna retcon what I just said. I was gonna say she'd be so willing to listen to Mark and Mary and all her kids just discussing like their favourite things, but I guess not. Is your name Joseph King? Because you must be joking. I was just gonna have Mary eat that, but she really just invited herself in and just helped herself to my spaghetti. I really don't know what to do about this werewolf one. Like, do I fulfill it? I don't know. I feel like I have Sims in mind who I think would be really good werewolves, like would really suit that, but I don't know if Eve falls under that. I'll kind of see. She might, you know, stop wanting that tomorrow or something, but I'll sort of keep my eye on it and also just open it up to everyone. Like, do you think she should become a werewolf? I don't know. It's getting late. The final age check for Monday, day 5, penultimate day. Eve is an elder in 10 days. Susie is an adult in 9 days, and the twins Mark and Mary are a teenager in 4 days. So next round they will have another birthday. And Scout is an elder in 23 days. Now, I just used the default pet lifespan that comes with the game, but I used a custom lifespan for the Sims. I believe it's Marticore's one. It's kind of more like 1 sim day equals 1 like real life year. Oh, toilet's clogged. That's your job, Susie. Your time to shine. But if we're going off the logic that, you know, one sim day equals like a real life year, then technically my dogs live like, my dogs, my cats, my pets, whatever, they live like probably double the amount of time they live in real life. And to that I say, I'm not changing that. I like them to live as long as possible, even if it's technically not, you know, quote unquote realistic. I've decided the rules of realism just don't apply to cute animals. She invites herself into my home and she takes my spaghetti from Mary, but she redeemed herself and she just cleaned Scout's pet bed. Be like Lisa. So Susie wants the Hogan Award for athletics. I don't think she would qualify. No way. She needs like 7 more points to qualify for that. And I don't really know if that's worthwhile, just because she's a tinkering sim. She's not a fitness or sports sim. But she does qualify for the academics grant, the SimCity Scholars Grant, whatever it's called, because of her good grades in school. And Eve, before she went to the grocery store at least, she had the want for Susie to get a scholarship. She doesn't anymore. Her new priority is now become best friends with Meadow and become a werewolf, apparently. But definitely in the morning, even though neither want it, they're still, like, Susie's still eligible for the scholarship grant. No, for the academic scholarship grant thing. I obviously wouldn't have been eligible. What is she doing? She's just like wandering the parameters of the lot like a lost soul. She's leaving. I feel blessed. Her presence rejuvenated me, I think. Good morning, it is Tuesday, so it's the final day of the Pleasance round 9. We finally got there. And Susie has woken up and she's decided she doesn't want to be a werewolf anymore, but she does want Susie to get a scholarship. So I'm going to lock that in because she is eligible for the academic SimCity. She's eligible for a scholarship, okay? That's all that matters. And she wants to gain a skill point, I'm guessing, because it's now autumn. And that's really good because she needs some more logic. And she just needs one more creativity skill point to get a promotion. I don't really have Sims like learn new skills or get promoted if they don't roll the want to gain skill points, or if they don't roll the want to get promoted. I don't work on it. You know, it's all about what they want. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard this like a million times now. So I'm gonna have her just study creativity, get that skill point, and see what she wants after that, I guess. Why can't I find it ever? It's right here. She can't sit in the chair because the chair's in the way. That makes sense. Susie as well. It's probably this chair, just, you know, the game's kind of funny about desk chairs. It's kind of weird considering this is meant to be a desk chair, but it feels kind of cheaty doing this. But look how fast she's going to gain the skill point, right? I won't even speed it up. Like, this is going to be like super speedy. Lightning McQueen. I accidentally pressed on 3 and sped it up, so I'm a fibber actually. She's knowledge secondary aspiration, so she's got the knowledge aspiration benefits. I forgot about that. I was just saying it because it's autumn and the hacked computer makes skill gain like really easy. She wants to gain another creativity skill point, which is really annoying because right now that won't help advance her career, and because she's a knowledge sim, I fear she will get stuck in this loop of just wanting to keep gaining a certain skill point, even when it's not completely necessary at the moment, when she should really be getting these extra 3 logic points. I'm sorry, but who has done this? Right, it's someone in the household, because I think I mentioned in either the first or probably the first episode, I mentioned that I've had to lock the bin because of Morty's affair. Apparently that made him mad at Eve for catching him. Yep, that makes sense. So I had to lock away the bin because it was getting really annoying. And it's locked, so like only the household can access it, right? So someone in the household has come along and kicked my bin. I'm guessing it was Scout, but I don't want to be mean and like blame him. If only I were recording. If only I had like footage to like look over. Is she gonna fart or gain weight? She's gonna gain weight. Mary, oh yeah, I didn't put the money in her bank account. I'm glad it's actually told me that, because that reminded me. I'm sure I'll forget still. When he's done eating, I'll probably just take him out for a walk, just because I don't know what Eve can do. Cuisine is like a really difficult hobby to maintain, I think. Just because, you know, its main activities revolve around cooking and eating, and it's very like focused around a need, if that makes sense. It's focused around the hunger need, but her hunger bar is quite full right now. I can't just have her cooking endlessly, baking endlessly. I mean, maybe I could, but there's also the option of watching the cooking channel or reading a cooking book. Not like the studying the cooking skill book, it's the, like, I guess like I'm not sure what they are, like a recipe book maybe? They make the hunger bar deplete like really quickly. And her fun bar is quite high, so watching the TV wouldn't really do much for her in that sense. So just wondering, did the tea set, you know, the tea set, did that come with free time? Would that contribute towards cuisine? And again, I wouldn't know where to put it. Again. Oh gosh. All four of them are power wants. Right. Okay, so she wants the SimCity Scholars Grant. The one I keep forgetting the name of. So that's good, I've locked that one in because she is eligible on it. Yes, she is. And that would fulfill Eve's want for Susie to get a scholarship as well. So we will do that. Or have I already done that? She got it. Like I said she would, actually. I like how Eve's like, what a good week it's been for me. I hope I can keep this up because Susie got a scholarship. So I chose new desk chairs. I chose these ones because they're ugly and I liked that. Now Eve wants to buy a piano. That's not your hobby. I just love how she's like instantly rolled the one for Susie to go to college. Like, she's had enough, apparently. Susie's just become a teenager. She's like, right, time for you to go now. Oh, I just noticed she had the ask for homework help one. Probably should have done that, but I didn't. So you're just gonna have to deal with that, actually. Mary brought a friend home from school today. That is... Right, her name is Ina. Like it's a letter and then it's Ina Caliente. I want to say she's Gina. She's Gina Caliente, yes. They are related, Mary and Gina. But why? How? Why are they related? They're not quite related enough to have the family icon, but I'm pretty sure with the extended family mod, they will recognise one another as family. I don't know what they are. Hold on. I will deduce, okay? Okay, let's work this out, okay. So we've got Eve. Kevin is Angela's son. So Eve is the great auntie of Gina. What would that make Mary to Gina? Oh, and Mary's also related to Dustin, but I don't know how. Oh my gosh, wait. Isn't that crazy? Mary's related to Angela and Dustin. On her mother's side, she's related to Angela. On her father's side, she's related to Dustin, because Dustin is her father's half-brother. Someone said the Pleasantview family tree becomes a family wreath. And I haven't stopped thinking about it. Dustin is Mary's uncle, right? Yes, because Dustin is the half-brother of David. I think Mary is first cousins with Kevin. Therefore, Gina is her first cousin once removed. I probably could have just like clicked on Gina. That would have literally just answered the question, are they related? All I had to do was that. That's all I had to do. But as I said in the second part of the Pleasants, I like to make life difficult for myself. I think I said that the other bathroom downstairs was unnecessary, but I found out I was wrong because Susie needs a bath Eve needs a shower and Mary needs the bathroom as well, so oh, please help yourself. I'm not sure you're really allowed to be drinking that, are you? I guess since Eve wants more. Oh no, Mary, I'm going to do this right now, and you can all watch me do this. So we know that I did this, okay? She's getting the 200 simoleons in her bank account. I'll just have Eve study creativity because that's what she wants to do, even if I'm like, oh, is that really necessary? Well, I also thought the third bathroom wasn't necessary and I was wrong, so don't listen to me. Alright, we did it. I'm really loving how Mark brought Aria Tinker home from school. She is the only other born in-game sim in my Pleasantview to have the science hobby. Oh, that's not very nice. That's no way to treat your first cousin once removed. Ooh. Don't you know you are very, very, very distantly related? But no, back to Aria and Mark. They would get on so well because they are the only science sims and I want them to be friends, like, please. They can talk about, like, yeah, they can talk about planets and stars and aliens. Ah, so cute. Story. Ooh. Pied. And she wants to be friends with Gina. She doesn't act like it. No, let's try and work on that. Eve is just like, I have gained my 5th creativity skill point. Now I want to be saved from death. I want to be immortal. Oh, David's here. I don't know why. Oh, he's let himself in anyway, so alright. Guessing he's very outgoing. And also probably like BFF status. I mean, friendly enough to create twins, right? Well, Mark and Aria's getting along well, even if Mary and Gina aren't. Mary wants a bird cage. Why can my Sims just not want small one-tile things? Let's cook some dinner, some hamburgers, because all of Pleasantview decided to show up at the Pleasant house today. Susie wants to get into private school. I'm not sure. I feel like it would make sense. I mean, they have the money. I guess they have the status in the neighborhood. You know, the Pleasant family. You know, it's even in the neighborhood name, Pleasantview. But on the other hand, I just have so many Sims who are in private school. Like, eventually, all of them are going to be in private school. I think it's because of my Sagittarius syndrome. Everyone in my hood is a Sagittarius. Therefore, they're all knowledge. Which isn't really relevant to Susie, she's a Pisces, but she's still a knowledge sim, so still applies. Oh, Aria's leaving. I don't know why I'm sad about it, like, aww. I feel like from the moment Sims are born, I sort of like think they would be perfect for being friends with this sim. This sim might be good for being their partner if they ever choose to have a partner. She wants to keep building creativity, a mechanical skill point. You don't need that for your job, but this is nice. Family dinner, mother, son, daughter, random kid that the daughter brought home from school, and the father just stood beside the table, just staring at everyone. You know, the typical family meal. I promised I wouldn't do this again in the final Della Rosa's video for the brown line, but I lied. I'm a fibber. It's the last day, so it's the final A check. Yeah, you have one monster and you think you're invincible. You think you're really funny. Anyway, Eve is an elder in 9 days. Susie is an adult in 8 days. And Mark and Mary will be a teenager in 3 days. So again, next round. And Scout is 22 days to elder. Oh, where's Kevin? I'm guessing he's here to pick up Gina because it's actually late now. It's 10:30, so I'm guessing he's here to pick up Gina. Oh, he's a pro. He's hung out with a lot of my playables. I was about to ask, do you think they'd get along? Kevin and David, they're related. Why are they related? Again, why are you related? Oh yeah, Kevin is David's nephew, so David is his uncle. Yeah, they used to live together as well. They don't anymore, but they lived in the bachelor flat, which is a really funny like concept when you think about it. Like uncle and nephew living in a bachelor's apartment together. Hello, you have been selected to... I love this because it's telepathic. They just know that Susie, like, got a train table somehow. Yeah, why not? I let Sims subscribe to magazines if their hobby is quite hard to maintain, which doesn't really apply to Susie and tinkering because we have the train table now. Again, I'm fibbing. And I am just enjoying the fact that I thought Kevin was here to pick up his daughter, but he's just... okay. Classic Kevin. What I really need to do is what I call like the Batbox Ritual, which is basically where I just clear all gossip, clear some trash memories and nuke attraction markers. I do that at the end of every round. When I'm done, I'm going to update my own personal spreadsheet, and I'm also going to update the page for the Pleasants on my blog, which will as always be linked in the description below. I don't think anything else should happen tonight. Bit scared to say that because that's always when something happens. It triggers something in the universe. Chaos theory and all that, innit? Loving the snowman on this lot imposter. Hopefully nothing else should happen tonight, but if it does, I'll come back and record, I guess. Oh, look at him. He looks like a wise old man. I love that. But he also kind of looks like you wouldn't be able to trust him. And I really like that as well. So the next family I will introduce you to is another Pleasant family. It's Nathan Pleasant and his wife Darcy Pleasant. She's Brandy and Darren's daughter, and their toddler daughter Venus Pleasant. Hopefully a chill family unit again. Well, we can hope. I might disappear, maybe for about 2 weeks, just so I can focus on how corrupt is downtown anyway. But I'll try and get, you know, the next Pleasant family, their episode, I'm hoping will be soon, because I have a lot of fun recording these. So, you know, I'm doing my favourite thing in the whole world. I'm playing The Sims 2. Like, what's not to love? Anyway, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, other than I really hope you enjoyed. It was more of a slice of life kind of insight into how I play a bit more, I guess, if you can call it that, and how I use The Sims wants and personalities and aspirations to influence certain decisions. I'm gonna make it official. I'm gonna sign off now because I really don't have anything else to say. Okay, so please remember to stay safe, be good, and most of all, happy simming. I'll see you next time, whenever that may be. Bye!